around fast cars.
Hello, ladies.
This is Women Take the Wheel.
Sit down, strap in, and turn on all you've got.
Nikki Clark is taking you behind the scenes.
You're ready to win. Let me tell you, these cars, they get up and go pretty good.
Introducing you to women drivers, crew members, and fans of the racing world. Plus, Nikki is bringing you the latest racing news in Indiana and beyond.
We're going to bring it to you from the tower as they get ready to pull into the beam.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network.
All right, strap yourselves in.
Woo! Getting off the track and in your ears. This is Women Take the Wheel.
Come on, baby.
With your host,
Here we go.
Nikki Clark.
Hi, I'm Nikki Clark, your host for Women Take the Wheel, here on the All Indiana Podcast Network. On this episode, I'm so happy to have Maddi Gordon back on the show. Even more exciting, she's here in the studio in Indianapolis. And she's here in Indy because she's preparing for the 2026 NHRA season, where she'll debut in the Carlisle Tools Top Fuel Dragster for Ron Capps Motorsports. Maddi is going to tell us when she got the call to move up the racing ranks, what she's doing in the off-season to learn the ins and outs of a Top Fuel Dragster, and the advice she's getting from other drivers. Stay tuned.
Your day moves fast. Your news should too. That's why there's a new and improved Wish TV app, bringing you more local news, breaking alerts, live streaming, weather forecast, radar, and Indiana sports, all in one place. Customize your news feed to see the stories that matter most to you and get the information you need when you need it. Download the new and improved Wish TV app today on iOS or Android and take News 8 with you everywhere.
So, welcome to Women Take the Wheel, and we're doing this in studio, and I have Maddi Gordon with me this week.
Yes,
Maddi.
thanks for having me.
I'm so excited you're here and in studio. I don't get to have studio guests often.
This is a great spot. I love it.
Thank you.
Heck yeah.
I love doing my podcast. I know it's been a while.
Yes.
A little busy with real job, stuff like that.
I guess that kind of plays into it.
Yeah. But when they're like, I knew you were coming to the studio, I'm like, oh my God.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It worked out perfect.
I know it. And so, to catch people up, or people who may not watch before, so Maddi Gordon, you've been racing since you were how old?
I started driving when I was 8 years old, but I went to my first drag race at 8 days old.
Oh my!
So,
yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
I think. Oh, my mom. She told me that I rolled over in Chicago.
Okay.
So there's a lot of milestones at the racetrack.
Yes, and see, that's a racing kid thing because I'm the same way. Like you do a calendar, and we have Allie in here. You can't see her, but she's here too. You go by, all your milestones are by not months or days, by what race you were at.
Exactly.
It's like,
yes.
oh, when we're at Brainerd, when you did this, when you did Gainesville.
Oh, yes. It's not months. It's just what racetrack.
Yes.
Because you always remember the race.
Yes. Exactly. It's like, that's how you know. It's like the month of July. That's like Western Swing,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And that's your home.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean, like, going to Pomona, like, there's something special about Pomona anyways, but, like, I've grown up at Pomona. Every year, when we were younger, we didn't get to go to every race, but we always got to go to Pomona, usually one of the Vegases, and then we picked one fly race. And that was always how it was, like, since we were kids. But Pomona was just the spot we always went to. So there's definitely a home feeling to Pomona.
That's a race kid thing, too, because I was the same way. Because for me, it was like Brainerd, the points meet, and the national meet were my vacations every year. It's
Were
like,
they really?
Oh, yeah. That's my vacations. And then each of us kids got one away race we got to go to. And then when I got old enough to start going, they're like, yeah, we're not racing anymore. Come on.
That's not fair.
I know.
I put in my time.
Exactly. So let's catch up. How many different cars have you raced?
So I have raced 1, 2. So, I mean, technically, like, different actual cars. I've raced 3 different junior dragsters, a junior comp car, one of Tom Bayer's super comp cars, our super comp car, our now top dragster, I'll call funny car, and will be a Top Fuel car.
So that's a big reason why you're here. You're making your debut to Top Fuel, and
Yes.
I'm so excited for you. I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
for you. And so people are like, oh, she's a funny car girl, but they forget that you've done tons of different dragsters.
Yes, definitely. You know, I've been around funny car my whole life. Of course, like my dad drove, and he will be driving again.
That's so exciting too.
Yes, my grandpa drove, and like, you know, I've just been around funny cars forever. Every Saturday was race car shop day since I was born. So every Saturday I was around the funny car. But I've driven more dragsters than I have driven funny car. So although those dragsters were nowhere near as fast, I have driven dragsters. And actually, when I ran funny car, my grandpa was like, "You're either driving funny car or you're gonna drive something else. You're not gonna do both. You're not gonna race super comp and funny car. It's one or the other." I'm like, "All right, whatever you say, Pop. Like, you're the boss."
Yeah.
When that happened, my dad actually ended up starting to drive our super comp car. Well, at the end of this year, at the end of last year, when I was done driving funny car, we went to Thanksgiving in Vegas and did their bracket race, and I actually jumped back in our car and I drove Super Pro there. So I have actually been in a dragster since driving the funny car.
Yeah.
But we had a good time.
So you're getting into Top Fuel. How did it come about? Because I guess you guys have known Ron for a long time. You're from the same area. But when did he come to you and be like, hey, do you want to drive Top Fuel?
So that's kind of a funny story. So it was in Seattle of 2024. And some stuff had been going on that weekend with different alcohol combinations. And my dad was talking to Del Worsham about some stuff. And so Ron texted my dad, hey, when you get a second, I want to come talk to you about, or can you come see me and I want to talk to you. So he told us that, and we always just figured that he was talking about this new alcohol combination, right? So my dad was walking through the lanes and caught Ron, hey, Ron, and he goes, hey, hey, I've been thinking about adding a Top Fuel car, and I want to add a second car, and I want Maddi to be the driver. What do you think about that? He's like, what? Like just completely shocked. I mean, this came out of nowhere for us. And he's like, yeah, but you don't got to tell her, just you think about it. I wanted to ask you first, and you don't got to tell her whenever you want, and just let me know when you guys want to talk about it. He's like, okay. So I kid you not, like that same moment when he was talking to Ron, I was in my mom talking to her in the lounge. And I was super frustrated because I wasn't cutting the lights that I wanted to. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel like I was doing my best. And I'm like, gosh dang it, Mom, like just mad at myself, right? And so she gives me a pep talk, and then I'm feeling good about myself, right? Like, okay,
Moms do that.
Yeah, I can do this. So then she literally walks down the stairs and goes, Doug, I got to talk to you about something. And he goes, no, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait. This is a lot bigger than whatever you just talked to Maddi about.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And so they were just beyond, like, so excited for me. And then they waited till later that day to tell me.
Good call.
And so actually what happened was I was riding our beta motorcycle. My parents were on a scooter. We went for a little ride. We were in Seattle, beautiful Seattle, went down the road course. And we passed by Ron Mortimer at the end of the staging lane. So I'm like, hi, Ron. And they're like, who'd you just say hi to? I'm like, Ron? They're like, Ron who? I'm like, Ron Mortimer. I'm like, why are you guys freaking out? Like, well, we have something to tell you about Ron Capps. I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, what's up? Like, well, he wants to drive Top Fuel for him in 26. I'm like, you would tell me this when I'm riding a motorcycle?
Yeah.
I'm going to crash before I see the day. And so, anyways, we went back and talked about it, and then we actually ended up meeting with Ron the next day.
Wow.
And that happened to be the weekend I won my first national and became the 100th woman. So it was a huge weekend.
Oh my
God.
Weekend. And lots of people didn't know what was going on. They just knew you won the 100, and in your head you're also processing all this other stuff.
They're like, oh my gosh, best weekend ever. I'm like, yeah, and I can't even tell you the half of it. Like, yes, it was.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
so
it was
the
amazing.
excitement, that must be crazy. And to back up too, you talk about your family, and just like I said, in case you're new, her family is the Gordon family. Everybody races and everybody works on the car. That's the thing, is that you work on the car.
Yes.
It's not like, I'll shine. No, you work on the car, you and your sister.
Definitely.
And so what's it going to be like? Because you're so hands-on, and that's not going to, I'm assuming you got the whole crew for Top Fuel. It's not going to be that way.
No, it definitely won't be that way. And it was actually one of the first things Ron told me, like in that first meeting we had with him. He said, he also want to let you know, you will not be working on this race car. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, I totally get it, And but it's just, it's a different part of the job, It's a different just a whole different part, and you can't work on the car and be successful on the outside as a driver and doing media and things like that, because I know firsthand, like when I'm working on the car, like I can't have anybody talking to me. I have to just be focused on what I'm doing, or I'm going to leave something loose, or I'm not going to do it right. So I totally get it. But I'm looking forward to, I'm actually spending a week here and spending time with the guys, and they actually said they have a list for me, so I'm like, yes! Ooh. So I don't know what the list entails. Yeah. I don't care what it is. If it's like shining the wheels or cleaning tools, whatever it might be, whatever I can do to help, I'm just super excited. And but to go back to your point of the family, it's going to be, definitely a big change, because I've raced with my family my whole life. The funny car team entailed Papa Mike, Grandma Cheryl, Mom, Dad, and Macy, my younger sister. So it's going to be a lot different, but they're so supportive and so excited for this new venture, and it's going to be great.
Now, are you still going to, like, on weekends go, where you don't have a national event, go help the family with the alcohol car?
Oh, I will not be at home. There's no way. But they don't need me, So Jake Pym, so he worked at Randy Myers. So he's my sister and him have been together for a little while now, and he actually moved to Paso, and he's replacing me on in my job on the car. So I won't be needed, but if they're gone and I don't have any responsibility at home or on the road, I sure as heck will be going to watch the races and help out where needed.
Well, yeah.
So,
and it's going to be hard to be a fan, because, I'm assuming when you're racing Top Fuel and you're at the same race as your dad, you'll have to go watch. And that first time, it's going to be weird, isn't it?
It's going to be weird for sure. But at the same time, like, I do have a job to do, and I do, if my obligations are, if I can't go watch, that's where I want to be able to watch. But, of course, my family knows, like, if I can't be there, but I will always have a second to be able to turn around and watch the TV. But if there's any break in my schedule, I will for sure be on the starting line watching, because that's my family. Like, of course that's where I want to be.
All over the place. And so talk about going from Top Alcohol Funny Car to Top Fuel. So a little backup, too, is this was actually my third podcast with Maddie. My first one we actually did in the van in Gainesville.
Yes.
And during a break. And the last one was awesome because it was actually at the Lucas Oil Raceway Park, IRP. Yeah. And we had to quit in the middle because she had to go race and go on and win the race.
That was the perfect time to do a podcast. Yeah. Like, I remember it was like, hey, Dad, like, he like leaned up, hey, we got to go. I'm like, okay, sorry, we got to go. Yeah. And then like ended up winning it. That was so amazing. First ever race I won, and winning it, I won it, and Tony Stewart actually won the same weekend. So it was just like dream.
That was so much fun.
Dream.
So then now, I remember something you told me is like, because I asked, how'd you get used to driving the funny car? And what you did, you watched your dad's GoPro videos in the car to learn it. So are you taking the same approach to learn the Top Fuel car then too?
Yes, absolutely. And like, there's just no way to simulate one of these cars. There's no way you can build a sim to properly learn how to drive one of these cars. Yeah. So what I found in the funny car is, one, I ask a million questions because that's how I want to be prepared. I want to know everything before I get into it. And two, we video different angles of my dad in the car, and I watch those runs, thousands of times. On the airplane was my number one spot to watch.
Yes, you were telling me that,
My parents were so embarrassed to sit next to me because when I tell you what, I was driving this car on the airplane. I was throwing the chutes, I was shifting, I was making the noises. Maybe not loud, but like I had my earphones in, so I couldn't have been loud. I don't know.
It's like, she's just snoring. No, don't mind her.
Literally, they're like, oh my gosh, blanket, like don't look at her. She's not weird, I swear. But anyways, no, that's I'm doing the same thing in the Top Fuel car. And actually, I just finished building a throttle and clutch pedal setup for the house. So I can practice my reaction times. My dad can practice his reaction times and his procedures as well. But what I do is I set up my phone with the in-car camera videos actually of Sean Langdon.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was wondering whose car you had.
Oh, Sean Langdon, yep. And then I set it on the tree in front of us. So I use the clutch pedal and the throttle and just pretend like I have a brake, and so I can practice all the procedures.
And of course you made it because you weld. Like I was introducing her to people in the newsroom. I'm like, they're like, she's so young to be a driver. I'm like, oh, she started her own business when she was a kid. You have your welding business. So you weld, you work on cars. And everybody's like, what?
I do. Me and Macy both just love being in the shop. We've always loved it. And actually, honestly, 2020 when COVID hit changed our lives. It really did. And for the better for us. COVID or school went online because of COVID. So we started going full time with Dad on the crew. And then when that happened, we both were like, well, we don't have that much to do when we're at home. We might as well start making money. Yeah. So we started making these brackets that Morbe Cabinets, my family's company, was buying from another company. And so we started making them for Morbe Cabinets. And then we started marketing and trying to get our name out there. And there was a point in time we were like 3 months booked out with projects.
Wow, good job.
Yeah. And we would make anything from big, huge, 10-foot long racks to anything from like little tiny trinket parts. But we loved it. We really did it. We worked well. We work well together, and we enjoyed our time together, and made some money in a tough time. So yeah.
I love it. I could never do anything like that with my sister. We're way too opposite. I'm like, you're so lucky.
Oh, I am very fortunate for sure. And the best thing about Macy and I think, is that we're very involved in the same interests. So we have the same interests. We both love racing. We love all the same things, but we have our own little niches in the same field. So like, for instance, on the funny car, she builds all the engines. I mean, literally all the engines, from bare aluminum block to the piston rack, timing the cam, everything. She does it. And I'm specialized more in the clutch. So I kind of stay in my lane. She stays in her lane. But at times, if we blow up a motor or something like that, the clutch doesn't really take that much of a beating. So I'll go help over on motor. But I don't know everything on the motor. I can go down to a short block, but I can't from there. I can't take it apart. With her help, I can. But I'll be like, hey Mace, what do I torque this to? Hey Mace, does this look okay? I'll be like, hey Mace, how's this piston ring look? She's like, that's good. And like, she's like, don't even need to ask Dad. Like, she just knows that's good. So it's really cool to be able to ask my 20-year-old sister, does this piston ring look okay?
And she's your biggest cheerleader. One of my favorite things to do is when I watch you race is your sister behind you when you take off. Just because I'm like her, I can't hide my emotions either. Yes. And so like I'm the David from the What You Call It show, where I'm like, I just show everything on my face. But she's just like, they're just like cheering. I'm just like, that's my favorite part. I'm like, oh yeah, I should get the car. But I'm like,
love
so
it.
on her.
It makes me so happy. There's those videos where like the NHRA shoots like directly down the track, and you can just see her jumping in the background. It makes me so happy.
I love that. Okay, so now we're going back to Top Fuel. So you mentioned that you're looking at Sean's videos. Is he kind of like mentoring you then at Top Fuel, or do you have somebody who's in Top Fuel Dragster who's kind of mentoring you right now? Or
well, I mean, Ron is definitely like showing me all like the ropes and stuff like that, and giving me pointers. I was on the phone with him the other day about clutch pedal stuff and what to do here, what to do there. And then actually, it was funny when I was setting up the practice tree at home. I was like, I want to make sure I get the rollout correct and things like that. So I'm practicing right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think I should ask Sean Langdon. Dad's like, yeah, good idea. Yeah. Shoot him a text. So I did, but I was like, I don't know if he's going to be like, what? You can't ask me that. I'm competing against you. But he was, more than helpful. He sent me so much data. He's like, oh my gosh, of course I'll help you out. Like,
that's so great.
It was so cool. He's such a nice guy. Like, not like I was expecting him to be mean or anything, but I just didn't know, we're going to be competing against each other. But he was more than helpful. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing people, I think, don't know about Sean. I hate to out you because he's a nicer guy than people think, because I love because he's brutally honest. He says what he thinks. For sure. But he's also mentored so many young drivers. Like I know he coaches Madison and Toby and Super Comp and the cars, and he actually works with a lot of young drivers.
He is, and not only like top, obviously amazing in Top Fuel, but he can drive a Super Comp like no other. Like he knows the stuff. He knows the stuff. So I was like, if I could get information from Sean, like that'd be awesome. And he was so helpful. It was great.
And it's going to be a crazy year in Top Fuel because we have a lot, some new drivers coming in, and
a lot of switches.
Yes,
a lot.
And so what is it? What are you anticipating? Like, who are you looking forward to racing the most? Like, have you thought about yet? Like, I can't wait to line up against so and so.
Oh, heck yeah. Every time I hit the tree, I'm like, okay, first round against Tony Stewart. Okay, all right. All right, second round against Justin Ashley. And or like, I do that every time I hit the tree because I want to be amped up every time. Yeah. So, no like particular person. It's like, but heck, race against Justin Ashley, Steve Torrance, Sean Langdon, Tony Stewart, all these people that I've like watched and like heard their names of for years. To think I'm going to be on a ladder with them is just like, wow. I really wish I was able to run against Brittany because how cool. I've watched her for so many years, but I'm so happy for her in this new venture. Like how cool for her to be able to like have a very successful career and then take that next step in her life. So I'm very happy to her. Would have loved to run against her, but it's okay. There's a lot of exciting people that I'm excited.
Part of me
to
is like,
race
never say never, dude.
That's true. She might come back. You never know.
And you'll have Leah and also in Top Fuel. So you race against her.
That's exciting. She's coming back. What a cool dynamic too. Her and Tony in the same class.
We were just talking about them. Like, I don't know how that's going to work when he's racing for like a different team and against his what?
I know.
There's going to be, I don't know if there's going to be side bets or like, and
of course.
I know both them. They're both super competitive.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know, I don't know either of them very well, but I know enough to know they are very competitive.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, heck, Tony's now driving NASCAR too. He's like, oh, I can do it all. I get a chance to drive. I'm going to drive.
Yeah, heck yeah. Good for him.
That's going to be so much fun. Like I said, and Rookie of the Year candidate too.
Yes, I'm so excited. Super excited to be able to like compete for that. And, that definitely is that'd be an amazing achievement to be able to get that. Just a big deal. But, we're all working for that. And we got Rob Flynn and Troy and our whole team, really happy with all the guys we have and very experienced team. And, Rob's worked with a lot of new drivers and I've just been around him and he's just the way he talks and asks questions and just, he's a great mentor and just the team camaraderie. I haven't been around everybody for that long, but what I gather so far is everybody just works so well together. And like
that makes
Matt,
a great team.
It does. And like Matt said today, he's like, you just gained a lot of big brothers. And
oh yeah.
they're all so sweet because, I'm here by myself this weekend and like, hey, if you have any troubles, you give me a call. I'm only a couple minutes away. Yeah. They're all, it's like a family. It really is. And I think, in my opinion, to have a successful team, you have to have that backing. Yes. You have to have that mesh. And coming from a family team, I honestly feel like that was like a huge part of our success because we all know each other so well and we know each other's weaknesses and strengths and we can back each other up where someone might fall. And if we have that as a team, I feel like we will be so far ahead just being able to mesh together and work well together.
And I think the great thing about Rob Flynn too is I've known him forever.
Yeah.
He goes back, I'm old, really old. But he's worked with like you said, he's mentored so many drivers and he mentored Jasmine too. And so he knows. And the fact that I think that he has a daughter too kind of like plays into how well he works with you. For sure. No, definitely. I think what we have, honestly, I'm biased, of course, but what we have going on, I think is such a great deal. Great team, great people. And honestly, like to have a sponsor where you are using their tools every day on the race car we're driving is like none other. I mean, how cool is it to be able to represent a company where you're using their tools in front of everybody, everybody in hospitality, on the racetrack, everything. And like for me, being able to represent Carlisle Tools is so natural because we use their tools. Yeah. We've been on a tool deal with them since last year. And so for this whole year, we've been using their tools and seeing the benefits of everything that they do offer. So it's like, wow, I mean, just to be able to talk about their tools and like use them, it's so cool. Nothing's forced. It's so natural. So it's very, very exciting. And I have to give them some love too. You have a great sponsor because I love them. They were at PRI and their dragster was there. Yes, it was. And I'm so bummed. You can't miss it. Yeah, you can't. You can't. And I'm bummed we didn't get to miss you. You hadn't got there yet, but I brought a group of girls from the Della Penna Foundation over, and because they're like, oh, we want to meet another girl driver. But we went over there and Carlisle was so awesome. They gave them bags of goodies. They talked to them like they're like, hey, here's how the tools work, here's how this works, and they talked about Top Fuel. They were so welcoming to all the girls and letting them go in, touch stuff, and like the best part, really helping them out for sure. And the best part about Carlisle Tools too is that they are extremely quality tools that compete with every high-end brand. And not only that, they're at a much more affordable price, which for me as like a young person, like I know of so many people at my age who are trying to get into a new career or in debt from college or whatever it might be. And so it's like, well, becoming a technician, you have to buy all your own tools. And everything. So I have guy friends who, and so it's like being able to get in with Carlisle and get their tools less expensive and just as quality is like a no-brainer, and so it really is. But no, it's cool, and I'm super excited to continue with Carlisle. Yay! And so this is the part now where you need to tell everybody where they can follow your adventure this year, like where are the best social media sites and everything to follow what's going on. Yes. So Instagram and Facebook are my main. I do also have X as well. So it's going to be Maddi Gordon Racing on both Instagram, Facebook, and X. And then we have our Ron Capps Motorsports page on Facebook, Instagram, all the main social media platforms. I'm so excited to watch you race this year. Thank you so much for coming and making time for me so that I can do my podcast again. It brings me joy. Heck yeah, it brings me joy. This nice studio of yours. Yes. So thank you so much and good luck. I'll be at Gainesville. I'll be on there cheering you on the line.
Yay, I can't wait to see you.
Or as I say, as close as security will let me. We'll catch you later.
That works. Bye.
Thanks again to Maddi for coming in the studio. I've been following her career for years, and I'm so excited to follow her next adventure. And thank you for listening. I'm Nikki Clark, and this is Women Take the Wheel. Be sure to connect and follow on Facebook when you search for Women Take the Wheel podcast. And be sure to follow and subscribe to this podcast right now on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is Women Take the Wheel with Nikki Clark. Follow and subscribe to this podcast now and discover even more great podcasts on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Online at allindianapodcastnetwork.com. allindianapodcastnetwork.com.